On Saturday, January 27th, as we're just wrapping up the first month of 2024 and entering the month of love.
No, it's the month of a dude who got impaled very bloodily. But
All right, how about we just call it the month of commercialism?
I mean, love is very painful.
Yes, it is.
Love hurts.
Don't stop.
Indeed, indeed. Welcome one and welcome all. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel, and we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining me on my immediate left, to your right, is the host of Los Amigos Play, a man who is just one chapter away from completing his heroic story, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. It is I, your personal Jesus, and I have not come to bring you redemption. I bring only hellfire and destruction, because Adam was right. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. I hope you guys enjoy your time. Thank you for being here today, and I hope that you enjoy being in this show as much as we enjoy making it for you.
Absolutely. And over here on my far left, your right, is Dragon Fang Cosplay.
Hi, guys!
Excellent, excellent. And on my far right, your left, is xeiana Rose Cosplay.
Hi, guys!
And finally, on my close right is... And a man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on his channel every single week! Hold this.
Sure thing.
Oh my god.
Mr. Juan Arauz!
Yeah!
Thank you for that introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
See, I kept it short this time.
Thank you for keeping it short this time.
You should be proud. It took 3 microphones to introduce you.
I am.
I
I'm
will now
also
explain to
embarrassed.
the audience in a 50-minute presentation how a microphone is made.
No! Angel, we're not H-Bomber Guy. We can't retain an audience that long. We've tried.
It's just a theory, I'm just saying.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable all the notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the fine folks who are, for all the inner flockers we got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you've stepped up. You're helping rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism in order to become full-time YouTubers, or as our sister Steph the Ultra would say, full-time YouTube legit, because... she gangsta like that.
I'm sorry, she made it cooler, so yes, full YouTube legit.
Because Steph is gangsta like that.
Yes.
And you also get access to members first and members only content and special discounts to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hello to the folks in our chat: Aaron Cooper, Lisa Boo, Carrie C, Project Metal Music, Planet Q's Queen is in the chat, up there. I said Aaron Cooper, Nikki Bella's in the chat. Who else have I seen over here? Oh, no, Kurisi, she'll be here. There.
She'll be here. No worries. We still have plenty of time.
And Matthew Coburn made his way into the chat. Up there, folks. Welcome, one, welcome all, and welcome to the Ravens flock. I think we all have a cup. Do we all have a cup?
Yes, we do,
There is a
folks.
cup.
Folks,
This stream is sponsored by...
Wait,
hang on a
I
minute,
don't
folks.
have a cup. Where's my cup?
It doesn't
No.
matter.
Yes, it does matter.
Fine, you look for it while I plug.
You can't plug unless I put the graphic up.
Let's give him a moment.
I know. Look at Juan, Mister.
Listen, it took 3
Where
microphones.
did that cup? Oh, it's in the kitchen.
It took 3
Oh,
microphones.
gee,
to
nice
introduce
going.
him. Let's get in 3 cups.
All right. Folks,
oh no, Juan. I guess we are not that much on the clock
Here
after
he
all. Okay,
Xeiana,
let's
here, you
do
get
let's
that.
do that again. This stream is sponsored by.
Glitch Energy. Zero carbs, zero sugars, and zero crash. Glitch Energy is definitely the ideal drink for all nerds all over the world. Following anything that you're doing that requires a lot of activity, whether it's exercising, gaming, working, etc., etc. This message does come from the heart that we work very strenuous jobs on a weekly basis, and after work, it does drain a lot of us physically and mentally.
Which is why we're actually glad to be partnered with Glitch Energy, as xeiana, arauz, and dragon fang are imbibing in some guava warfare. It's exactly what it sounds like. It tastes like guava, and it will wage warfare on your fatigue. And and what's great is that all of the energy supplements that are part of the proprietary blends in Glitch Energy are all healthily made. They're all naturally made. There's no weirdo psychotropic nutrigens or whatever Neutrogena bullshit in there.
Not several teaspoons of LSD anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, Neutrogena is skin lotion, okay? While Jose and Angel are keeping themselves refreshed, rehydrated, and revived with their Blackberry Lemonade Revive hydration formula.
Absolutely.
So
And you know what?
they're loaded with electrolytes.
And it's not just energy and hydration beverages that Glitch Energy offers. They also offer supplements to help you with different bodily physical needs.
Like, for example, the Glitch Supplement Shield is an immune system booster, and stop it there. Blue Scope is a supplement specifically in order to help the health of your eyes, in order to fight against the strain of blue light that you get from your everyday life on screens, whether it's a phone, tablet, PC, computer, your mom's headlights, and I'm talking about her boobies. And point is,
You're gonna need to get that thin.
well, look at how affordable it is. It's $19.95. You could get yourself a 30-day supply, and for those who are interested, you can also get it set up in the cart with I believe it's Afterpay. So
More to the point, if you go online and shop right now and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on all of your online purchases.
Do you know what is more precious than money, my dear viewer?
what?
Your time. We have limited time. Limited time to spend with our loved ones. Limited time to work. Limited time to play. Limited time for your children, your wives and your husbands. Unlimited time in general in this world. So it is important that you make great use of your time, and Glitch Energy is here to give you the energy you need to endure that time. Why? Because your time is precious, and every second counts.
Absolutely.
And also, who doesn't like saving money with a code, right, guys?
Yes.
That tastes
Yeah.
pretty good, like in general.
Absolutely. Glitch Energy, the ideal choice for bodily restoration.
Thank you
Give
again.
them your money.
Thank you again to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You guys are stuck with us for at least another year. You made a terrible mistake, and we're happy for it.
All right. Sponsor over. Let's go ahead and crack this story.
Okay, so let's talk about more business.
We have to,
We gotta
because
talk about the elephants in the room.
yeah, we have to talk about a very big, rich, billionaire level elephant that's in the room who may or may not be pushing 80.
Real
You
quick,
just described several billionaires, my man. Scrooge McDuck?
Oh my god. We haven't
old
crossed
he
into
is.
Disney levels.
Please don't tell me he did something wrong. He's one of the few ethical billionaires that I know of.
All right, well, let me be a little more specific. It's not very often that we lead an episode of the Ravens Flock with wrestling news, but in this case, this feels more prevalent because this whole week has been one crazy week for World Wrestling Entertainment, aka the WWE. First of all, let's address the positives briefly. Earlier this week, it was reported that the Hollywood megastar Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, is officially assigned as one of the board members in the board of directors for TKO Holdings, which is the superpower company that owns both Ultimate Fighting Championship and the W.
And the papers just showed up on the desk. Sign already. I don't know how he does that.
finally,
Oh my god.
The Rock has come back to TKO Holdings Group.
Will we finally find out what he was cooking after all these years?
I know he's had a bit of a fumble in his recent films. Black Adam.
The hierarchy of power was changed thanks to him and Black Adam.
Oh yeah, that is true.
No,
Which-
it wasn't changed.
No, it was changed
Well,
by being obliterated.
it,
It's okay.
Sorry, Dwayne.
me looking
Facts
at
are facts.
Me looking at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Wow, this city sure has changed.
But
Wow,
asshole. Wow, dude.
You
Even I
hole
don't
of
go
ass.
there, dude.
Take away his mic.
No, we can't. Okay.
You're on 5-minute penalty.
Yeah.
Fine, Mom.
Anyways, but yeah, Dwayne Johnson, he's been a busy boy between Hollywood, he being part of the
You're
board of
grounded,
directors of
you
TK,
demigod. You're
Yeah,
grounded.
being a
you
demigod. being a board member of TKO Holdings, being the CEO for the XFL, a football league of its own, and many other business projects that he has his hands in. Yeah, that's a lot on his plate.
He's got a no. I thought Ryan Reynolds is the one who has a tequila brand.
But you know what? That's just one piece of good news for WWE, because another piece of good news that dropped on their laps is that WWE will be moving their marquee #1 show.
Oh, hey,
Tequila.
Awesome.
Teremana. Yeah. Okay. So Rock the Dwayne Johnson has a tequila.
Coolness.
Cool.
Do it. See, I was right.
All right.
Drink up.
WWE. Yeah.
If you smell what the Rock is drinking, look.
Ha. WWE will be moving Monday Night Raw, their #1 show on TV, over to Netflix on January 2025.
And the crazy part about it is that Netflix locked in Monday Night Raw for a 10-year deal to the tune of, folks, get those pinkies out,
Hang on.
$5
billion.
Da-da-dun, bum, ba-da-dun. Dragonfang, you forgot to pinky. There you go.
There you go.
$5 billion. Okay, so
Dollars.
this actually makes perfect sense when you think about it, because Netflix is hungry for new properties. After all the licensed projects and works and animes and movies they had ran off to do their own thing or to join other
Or have been canceled.
or have been cancelled.
Yeah.
And ran off to join other streaming services. Netflix is hungering for some project. And if you go to them and tell them, hey, you know what's popular? All the money. Just trucks full of money. 10 years.
Also,
I mean, if Netflix is crazy enough to throw any money at Zack Snyder, I mean, they'll buy anything.
that is true.
But in nothing else, it makes perfect sense. What is one of the greatest problems with wrestling back in the days of cable TV? Missing out.
Distribution.
Yeah,
There's no
when you
TV deal,
eliminate that-
you ain't gonna make it.
And at the end of the day, Netflix is still one of the most popular streaming platforms ever made. So this is essentially a win for all parties involved.
It's also it also works for WWE because the change and the change in television in general. Because if you look at the ratings for all the wrestling programs, WWE and AEW, their ratings on a weekly basis is not the same as it was when during the 90s or the 2000s.
No, the times have changed. Cable TV once used to dominate the entertainment of the airwaves, but then the internet.
And if you add in the temporary deal that I have with Max, which is $3 a month until the end of
Then that's an
May,
even 60.
that's an even 60.
He gave us several channels, but there was no way to control how much we would watch.
Oh shit! They're saying, is anyone else hearing music? Hold on, guys. I know what's up.
Oh no! Not this
Stupid thing
again.
Okay, Let us know if that fixed the problem.
All right.
So as I was saying, cable channel with about as many channels as half of what you just mentioned cost about 3 times as much, and it gives you very limited control. You can rewind up to only 5 minutes, and you may record up to only a few hours. Meanwhile, streaming allows you to basically go back and forth in the show as much as you want to, see whatever you want to, and it's never going to go away. Those shows are not going to
They're
disappear.
going to be there.
Forever.
Exactly.
Forever?
Forever.
Forever?
However, there is one person that's not going to be around forever in the WWE.
No way.
And another bit of good news, depending on which way you look at it, the former chairman of the board and up to, I shit you not, this past Friday night, the executive chairman of World Wrestling Entertainment, CEO magnate Vincent Kennedy McMahon, is now no longer a part of the board of directors at TKO Holdings and no longer a part of World Wrestling Entertainment's operations in any way, shape, or form.
Now, before we get into that, guys, I think we need to briefly, give an abridged version of what happened with Vince McMahon when he was first outed from the company.
Very quickly, we're going to leave it to you, oh fearless leader. And when we get into the lawsuit that brought everything back up to smoke this past week, we're going to bring up our obligatory disclaimer.
No, don't put it over our faces.
I'm not going to put it over our faces.
Censor like a prisoner's picture.
You dork.
It's going to be over here.
There we go.
Okay, we have
the microphone again.
We have to let you guys know right now. After Jose's recap, when we get into the actual story that led to Vince McMahon resigning, hopefully for good this time, from WWE and TKO Holdings Group, the lawsuit has extremely horrible and graphic claims of an abusive and sexual nature. And it includes allegations of, let's just say, bodily functions that are better left in the toilet.
Yeah. All right.
So, viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Highly advised.
Okay, so as reported in the summer of 2022, the Wall Street Journal broke out with news concerning Vince McMahon being linked to to multiple allegations into sexual misconduct. A huge hush money scandal where Vince McMahon paid millions of dollars to certain
office employees,
after who signed NDAs to pay them off to basically keep their mouth shut about these allegations.
No, about the affairs that he had with them.
He
boinked these women $1 million out of the company's funds, by the way.
Yeah, no.
In order to shut them up.
Yeah. And then after that news broke out, on an edition of Friday Night SmackDown, Vince McMahon showed up in front of the entire world live, and he did it again the following week on Raw. Basically, it's like a petulant act of defiance to show the world that no lawsuits are ever going to affect me. I'm still a mega power here.
And then
he basically walked onto the arena, unzipped his pants, plopped his wrinkly sausage on the floor, and said, "I am uncancelable." However, this is not a cancellation. This is a legal matter with lawyers and judges and criminal investigators and every single accountant in all the WWE looking at their papers and going, "Get me the calculator, because this shit ain't adding up."
It got so bad that another story broke out from Wall Street Journal that corroborated the original their first story on Vince McMahon, and following that, Vince McMahon was forced out of the WWE due to those mounting allegations into sexual misconduct.
He resigned the first time around in order to step away, and he vehemently and virulently denied everything.
I believe the word you're looking for is...
What?
I believe the word you're looking for is petulantly.
Yeah,
because that man may be almost 80, but he's still a big baby inside.
Yes, indeed.
You're not wrong.
To which WWE conducted their own investigation in January 2023. The committee has uncovered that Vince has spent an estimate, and this
like
is just
I said, $19 million
of $19 million in hush money
out of the company's funds, which is stupid and irresponsible, and let's just be honest, bad business.
For the record, a fraction of that man's paycheck could get him all the high-level escorts he could possibly want. If Vince McMahon wanted to get laid, there are few things in the world that could stop him from getting properly laid. This is not just a sexual crime. This is, what was that famous writer said? Everything is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power.
Wasn't that an Oscar Wilde quote?
Yes, I believe it was. I love Oscar Wilde. He's great.
Awesome.
Even if an argument of technicality is to be made that at least one of those affairs is consensual, it's still a huge, disgusting abuse of the business relationship between boss and employee.
But what if I do this? What if
Fast-
I just throw enough of this?
No.
Will
Now-
the problem go away if I throw some more?
Now, here's what's up. I'm going to help fast forward through all this to help Jose out. Fast forward to January 2023. Vince McMahon forces his way back into the board of directors, into a leadership position in order to facilitate the sale of the WWE. Later in 2023, it was announced holdings and that he would be able to sit on the board of directors as the executive chairman for the site of WWE.
Following WrestleMania.
Yeah, so he managed to work all that out, and in the meantime, he was also working hard behind the scenes in order to secure long-term television deals for the three main programs of WWE: Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
And then fast forward to September 2023, TKO Holdings was born.
Yep, and that's when we started hearing the amount of freaking money that was being bandied about. How much was TKO Holdings worth when they launched? What, $8 billion?
$8 billion.
Yeah, holy shit. Now, fast forward to what Jose said earlier tonight. Netflix earlier this week secured Monday Night Raw. That's just one show for 10 years for $5 billion. The CW has paid about approximately $125 million for a year for a 5-year deal for the developmental brand NXT, and the USA Network has a roughly $2.5 billion deal for Friday Night SmackDown.
Yes.
In total, you've got you're looking at $8 billion of just TV deals for the main 3 shows.
Indeed.
And later this week is when we have this shot.
We did find the news through other sources, so we're going to share the article real quick. It's also important to know, Juancho, that the current CEO of TKO Holdings, Ari Emanuel, has deemed that Vince McMahon is considered a liability and has diminished his role in the company.
Literally poison to this company. Like, I need to put you away from the chair every second you spend next to it.
I'm the man of sport. I'm the creator of sports entertainment.
Sir,
pal. You can't do this, pal.
Sir, the ground is rotten
I'm
underneath your
myself
feet.
friggin' dead.
Sir, we're
man,
going to have to replace the floorboards again.
I'm paralegal.
You know that thing in Princess
my
Mononoke? You are like the
cotton
opposite of that. You're making police die around you.
Okay.
Make sure she's wearing white cotton panties, pal.
Yeah, no. Vince McMahon's role in TKO Holdings has been reduced to a figurehead, and he's only there to secure promote TV rights deals.
And now that that's taken care of, fast forward to this week. Now, here's the article that we got from the Atlantic. Jose, go ahead.
The headline reads, WWE's Vince McMahon accused of sex trafficking, physical abuse in lawsuit.
And this retelling is by Chris Vanini. Thank you, Chris Vanini.
All right, so getting into the article, a woman has accused WWE's co-founder Vince McMahon, the WWE, and former company executive John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all the link to the lawsuit, to the actual filing of the lawsuit. We're not gonna read that whole thing because that's 67 pages of shit that I
For the record,
personally
the
cannot.
next 50 pages are just him saying Vince is an asshole over and over. I mean, they are perfectly accurate to the
And
document.
Fisetter Macrocephalus, by the way, welcome to the show. Welcome,
Hello,
and
hello.
Lisa Boo, Aaron Cooper. And to answer your question, yes, Glitch Energy, the hydration and energy drinks, those are indeed water soluble, whereas the supplements are pills.
No,
Yes.
those are just suppositories.
No,
Alright,
they're
good luck.
pills. You
They're
swallow the
pills,
pills.
dude.
Oh, yeah, no.
All right.
Now,
Thank you.
before we begin...
But you can actually take the little they're capsule pills. You just pop them open and you
All
can
right, Juan?
Let me get this out.
go ahead.
But no.
Now,
Okay.
before we begin, I want our beloved listeners to be wary of one thing. This is a very important sentence because it qualifies the entirety of this entire debacle that Joe ever so helpfully brought us information for. And that information is, of course he did. Because every single aspect of what you're going to hear right now is going to be nothing further than an increase and amplification of everything you've seen this man do before. So, of course it got worse, because of course he did.
Do we want to keep a counter of how many times you'll say that?
No, we don't have to. Just imagine it after every sentence. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. So, U.S. District Court for the District of Connecticut on Thursday, and first reported by the Wall Street Journal, sheds more light on the...
Oh, shut up! I don't believe this!
Wow.
Wow!
Holy shit!
Give me a minute. Oh my god. Hang on.
That was basically a fuck you.
Hold on. No. We got it.
That was the
It's
gesture.
okay.
Thank you. Let me start over.
No, just it sheds
Yeah.
more light.
All right, sheds more light on the investigations into McMahon's misconduct behavior that allegedly included millions in payments to women to keep quiet about their experience with him. One of those women, Janelle Grant, is the plaintiff in this new lawsuit. The lawsuit claims that Grant was introduced by a mutual friend to McMahon in the summer of 2019 amid her familial and financial trouble. McMahon offered her a job at WWE, which quickly became dependent on a sexual relationship with McMahon.
Because of course it did.
Despite her initial pushback, Grant felt coerced into the relationship due to prospective employment and felt very quickly trapped in it, as McMahon warned of damage to her career and reputation if word got out.
Because of course he did.
Translation:
Do this or I'm telling everyone what a skank
So
you
isn't this
are.
like blackmail? what is the sex version? This is sex trafficking, isn't it?
So let's see here. Yep. All right. In the lawsuit, it reads: in her years of experience with McMahon, she knew her requests to stop would be ignored as best or used to destroy her career and reputation at worst. The relationship, which continued through January 2022, put her through sexual acts of quote extreme cruelty and degradation, including injury. The complaint claims in graphic detail, and she would quote disassociate and or become numb to reality to survive the encounters. The suit claimed that McMahon later involved other people in their sexual acts, including then WWE executive Laurinaitis, and shared photos, videos, and details with other WWE employees. It also claims McMahon used Grant as an incentive for an unnamed WWE wrestler to re-sign with the company. She felt like a, quote, sexual slave, that lawsuit, which was stated in the lawsuit.
Because of course he fucking did.
Juan?
Today's complaint seeks to hold accountable two WWE executives who sexually assaulted and trafficked plaintiff Janelle Grant, as well as the organization that facilitated or turned a blind eye to the abuse and then swept it under the rug. Grant's attorney, Ann Callis, said in a statement distributed to the media. She, quote, private and courageous person who has suffered deeply at the hands of Mr. McMahon and Mr. Laurinaitis. Ms. Grant hopes that her lawsuit will prevent other women from being victimized. The organization is well aware of McMahon's injury, or a history of depraved behavior, and it's time they take responsibility for the misconduct of its leadership. WWE did not respond to a request for comment, but the company that bought a controlling stake of it in April 2023, TKO, said in a statement provided to The Athletic that it is addressing the matter internally. Quote, Mr. McMahon does not control TKO, nor does he oversee the day-to-day operations of WWE. While this matter predates our TKO executive team's tenure at the company, we take Ms. Grant's horrific allegations very seriously and are addressing this matter internally.
May I translate?
Go ahead.
We have nothing to do with this guy. I swear to God, nothing. No, I don't even know this man. No, look how fast I'm washing my hands right now. I have nothing to do with this man. I swear to God. Who's McMahon? McMahon is a myth. He doesn't exist. We already cut it out of the company. Look at that. I'm pulling out scissors. I'm literally cutting him out of the picture. We don't know. We have nothing to do with this at all. I swear to God. No, dude. They are so desperately trying to get as far away from his wrinkly ass as possible.
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
Okay.
Yes.
Show of hands. How many of you know the movie Speed?
Yeah.
No, you don't know it? Okay.
Keanu Reeves.
Sandra Bullock.
On a bus.
They're on a bus that's
There's a
rigged
bomb.
with there's a bus that's rigged to a bomb with a speedometer.
Heard of it?
That bus barreling over Vince McMahon. That's what TKO did to him.
Now, according to
Go
multiple...
faster. We can't stop here.
All right. Now, according to multiple reports, a spokesperson for McMahon released a statement Thursday saying, quote, this lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene, made-up instances that never occurred, and a vindictive distortion of the truth. Before adding that McMahon, quote, will vigorously defend himself.
He said while pocketing another big pile of bills into his pocket.
McMahon is alleged to have told Grant in January 2022 that the relationship and employment needed to end because McMahon's wife, Linda, had learned of the situation and it could do damage to him and WWE. The lawsuit claims McMahon pressured Grant to sign an NDA and leave the company. Following pushback from Grant's counsel and a back and forth, Grant ultimately signed an NDA for $3 million. She received a $1 million payment in February 2022, but claims the lawsuit that she did not receive the rest.
I want you guys to take a moment to realize this. An NDA is a legally binding agreement that will hold you accountable for breaking it, and it can be incredibly damaging to your reputation. She was being given money, but she had no choice but to keep up the charade. That means that the only way she was able to get through with this lawsuit is because the fucker literally missed the payment.
He
the
skipped
the bills got not paid.
Oh my God.
How the...
Maybe he thought that she would be sufficiently darkness with that big pile of money.
Or that McMahon would just be content, like, oh, you know what? If I just sent the 1 million right now, she's not gonna bother
Shall
me.
we
later.
find with 1 million and the beautiful memories we made
Yeah,
together?
it's disgusting. I hate it. I really fucking hate it.
The best part is I genuinely I couldn't bring myself to be truly shocked to all these horrible events because from the beginning of time, Vince McMahon, all the way back when he founded the WWE, has always been a nutcase who is obsessed with maintaining his own power. So all I could think about is, yeah, of course the man who is power hungry will be power hungry in other aspects of his life. Of course the man who wants to dominate every aspect would go after a woman that is not his. Of course he would try to bury all of his problems with enough money. Of course eventually his vices would escalate to become straight up sexual crime. Because of course they would. Because we put this son of a bitch in a position of so much power that would let him do anything he wanted. So of course he did.
Now, sorry, I've got to bring up the
No, go ahead,
Deadline
man.
article
You're fine.
that gives more detail to some of the more graphic elements of this.
It's
and
gonna get real heavy, fair
Yes.
warning.
Once
And
again,
again-
obligatory warning. There.
obligatory disclaimer. Again, one more time. This obligatory disclaimer is doing a lot of heavy lifting tonight. Guys, it's gross what is alleged in the lawsuit, and we're going to give you guys as much of the PG version as possible, but it is extremely graphic and very, very degrading. So, again,
Yeah.
we shit you not.
No.
You are now entering Pornhub territory.
No, not even.
No, Angel. It's not
Angel-
even the joke. I applaud you for trying to find humor in this. But
Angel-
trying to find
Angel,
Oh,
my
okay.
friend, even Pornhub doesn't have a category for this part.
Oh, we are now entering the dark web of territory.
Yeah, okay, so
Juan, take it from here.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm sharing the Deadline article that was initially broke, where we had the vigorous claim of, oh, there it is, the vigorous claim of this is completely asinine and totally false and all this bullcrap. I hate the expression. Okay. Headline reads, Vince McMahon denies defecation, graphic R, and sex trafficking suit. Allegations being addressed, quote, internally, Endeavor Control TKO Group Holdings says. And this comes up by Dominic Patton. Yes, you heard that right. Defecation, as in...
As in scathologically. As in the
Ugh.
poop.
I'm so sorry. I am very sorry, but it's an element
You know,
of
that
this.
stuff I never did understood, which means that I'm probably still a normal human being, but
You're okay.
I just don't get, beyond my disgust, I am baffled because I genuinely don't get it. You know? Like, I don't, like, you're talking to the guy who shoveled horse crap in the farm back in the heyday. I genuinely don't get it.
Anyway, Jose.
It's probably best that we don't get it.
You know what? Yeah, of course it isn't.
But anyways, Juan, go ahead and continue with the article.
I'm actually scrolling down to the part of the article over here. Yeah, on January 23rd, let's see here. Yeah, okay. On January 23rd, Netflix revealed a 10-year, $5 billion... See what I mean? For the streamer to become the new home of Monday Night Raw. So, yeah, all this happening within the week. Neither Endeavor nor Netflix responded to requests. Where is it? Okay, egregious transactions. No. Okay, when the multi-billion dollars... No. The suit notes the sharing of naked images of Grant with other senior WWE staffers, forcing Grant into group sex situations, aggressive physical situations with degrading language like bitch used over and over.
Yes.
Used over and over. Some encounters saw the use of, quote, sex toys that resulted in, quote, physical injuries and some crossing of state lines, hence the trafficking claim. As well as being told repeatedly to have violent sex with Laurinaitis, an unnamed, quote, WWE superstar which never turned physical, and others. Grant eventually was made to leave WWE in 2022 and signed an NDA as spouse and ex-Trump administration official Linda McMahon supposedly had found out about her in what today's filing calls a move to sweep the stands out and personifies the overall tone and tenor of Grant's filing. Quote, earlier in the encounter, McMahon immediately directed Ms. Grant to lay down on her back in a supplicating position. While straddling over her, McMahon defecated on Ms.
I
Grant's
think we
head.
can stop right there.
McMahon left to shower off.
Well, let's stop. Let's
Okay,
stop right there,
remain in
Juan.
place with it on her hair. Oh, God.
Juan,
We don't have
please
to go
stop.
into all the details, but
We
let's
don't.
just say this was a
Stop.
really shitty situation all
An
around.
hour and a half while she was left covered.
Let's stop.
So, yeah.
Please, this is getting.
It's
You
getting
got
with
it. Okay.
No
You
more.
guys get it.
Long story short, Vince McMahon wasn't into the poopening. And he basically decided, you sit there I'm gonna take a shower, and when I come back, that better smell worse than before.
All right, yeah, no, we get the picture. Okay,
Oh my God.
Why is
It
this
is-
man in jail? All right, NDA
Yet.
and money.
it is absolutely fucking disgusting. Dating life, but that's putting it lightly.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, this is what we know so far.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of
As
stories.
far
that's-
as we know,
A man
in
like
this
that?
one
Yeah.
lawsuit. Huge mommy issues, not even being cliche. Actually, you know what? That's actually an issue that was brought up, which is why he looks down on anyone who says that they have like mental health issues or trauma, because Vince McMahon, in his young childhood, he lived with his mother and a stepfather before he lived with his father, Vince McMahon Sr.
Huh.
And his stepfather was also very SA with Vince McMahon as a
Alas.
young man. To which McMahon had famously quoted, "It's a shame that the son of a bitch died before I could kill him."
Well, on that aspect, I cannot blame him, but unfortunately, he took the wrong lessons from his horrible life experience, because the moment he... Well, then again, that is actually a well-known aspect of psychology. Certain victims of abuse tend to project their abuse onto others once they get even the slightest bit of power, and let's not lie to ourselves.
Ladies, I am so
Vince
sorry.
Got a fuck ton of power. And unfortunately, we are seeing here the consequences of that power running unchecked. Let's not forget, this is only the climax of a long history of allegations and lawsuits that have resulted in millions of dollars and a lot of reputation tarnished. Once again, that thing with WWE, or rather, the worst aspect of WWE, has been none other than Vince himself. Ironic, considering how much he did to put it, on top of the hill. But unfortunately, a man like that is never satisfied with enough.
Oh no,
Because he can never be enough.
yeah, no.
He's
Make no
not,
ma- make-
Angel, let us not drag.
Don't bring Ken into this.
Don't
That's
bring
why
Ken
I said
into
he
this.
could never be.
He will never be Kenough.
He will never be
ever.
Ken. That being said, okay, it's not. We cannot dispute the fact that in the past 40 years for wrestling, Vince McMahon has done a lot for the WWE.
But that doesn't
But that doesn't
excuse him.
That doesn't excuse him. No, because the business has been forced to put up with his crap.
One could argue that in the later years, the business was doing well in spite of what Vince wanted.
Actually, as a matter of fact, it did. If you notice,
Oh.
in the short time in 2022, when Vince McMahon stepped away and he wasn't in control, not only was Raw and SmackDown and NXT actually doing very well, but there was actually a marked improvement in morale amongst the talent. The actual wrestlers were saying, you know what, we feel like we can actually do our jobs properly. Like, we can come up with our stories properly and
Hey.
actually wrestle without Vince McMahon fucking
Showing his foot into the production.
shoving his fucking thumb in their
And
eyes.
micromanage and everything.
Exactly. So, yeah,
Creative
it actually was doing better without him.
And now it can do even better because it will be without him. Whole robotic limb hanging off the body for many years. You gotta cut that shit off.
Yes, as reported, Vince McMahon has resigned from his position in TKO
You
and
can't
from
fire
the WWE.
me. I quit
And
it.
Juan, I believe I sent you a link that has or a screenshot that has the official statement from Vince McMahon.
No, I've got the statement here, the deadline article that I'm sharing here. This is a follow up yesterday, January 26th. Again, Dominic Patton. Okay, this guy gets around. Headline reads: Vince McMahon resigns from Endeavor-owned sports group after horrific and sex trafficking claims.
I'll read his statement here.
All right. No, may I please? 'Cause, I mean, come on, the fucking voice.
No, fine.
I
yeah.
know. I diminished the fucking guy, but you know what? Fuck this clown.
Fine,
People
go ahead,
just
Juan.
deserve more.
This is the official statement that Vince McMahon put out when he announced his resignation. Juan?
This was last night.
I stand by my prior statement that Miss Grant's lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene made-up instances that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth. I intend to vigorously defend myself against these baseless accusations and look forward to clearing my name. However, out of respect for the WWE Universe, the extraordinary TKO business, and its board members and shareholders, Peter it is today, I have decided to resign from my executive chairmanship and the TKO board of directors, effective
Not shown
Immediately.
is the several guns they have pointed at his back.
Yeah, no, fuck that noise.
The part that gets me about this is how incredibly easy it would have been for him to not do any of this. He is a man with power and he's a man with money. If he wanted sex and dominance, I can think of several clubs in the city where he lives that would cater to all of his needs in a safe, consensual manner. There was genuinely no... Think about it. In another time, in another place, Vince could have just retired as that one jackass who nobody liked, but you could not deny his ability to get the business running. Like, he could have genuinely walked out of there with a bittersweet yet still sterling reputation. Because there's no denying it, he put in the work to make the company what it was. Nobody can deny his achievement. And this has stained any aspect of his legacy forever. Because for the rest of his life, when anybody says Vince McMahon, they will not think of the man that rose up WWE. They will think of the sexual predator that used to work at WWE.
And the guy who crapped on a lady's head.
And the guy who takes dupes everywhere he should. Oh, wow, is that ShadowCon problem all over again?
Let's not.
Yeah, see what I mean?
You're banned from using this.
Right. You know I'm right.
Wait, what? Like, the problem is...
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, it's fine. Let her take my
Just
mic
saying,
away.
no, what
She
happened?
can take my mic away, but my voice will never fade because just like Adam, I am right.
All right, let's get back to the main subject matter here. All right, and just to show you guys how big of a deal this is that one of the WWE's main sponsors, Slim Jim, threatened to pull out from tonight's WWE pay-per-view event, the Royal Rumble, from its promotions in light of what's happened, in light of Vince McMahon and the recent lawsuit. And now we can go ahead and share the recent tweet from WrestleOps, which says here,
Today in the morning.
which was today in the morning. Slim Jim has issued the following statement. After the departure of Vince McMahon and discussions with WWE TKO's senior leadership, Slim Jim has decided to re-enter the WWE Royal Rumble.
Translation. Get Elaine out on the phone. We got filming to do. For real though, the fact that the man leaving is enough for the one of the longest lasting merchandises of wrestling commercials. You go, okay, we can work together.
Yes, I wish I had the article with me, but it was reported in PW Insider that the morale of the WWE locker room following Vince McMahon's resignation has been 100% like a positive and relief.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember the end of The Lion King? That after Scar dies and the rain stops, all the green just returns out of it.
Yes.
While Elton John sings about the circle of life or some shit. This is literally that. The man leaves and you can see the sun slowly rise. Yeah! Yonder! Zendaya!
All right.
So yeah, the
All right.
fact that when he leaves, you can literally feel things getting better, like a fucking episode of the Care Bears. You're like, dude, how are you such a horrible human being that the lack of your presence makes the world a better place by default?
I actually want to there's one other issue that has to be addressed. If you guys noticed in the one Deadline article where we mentioned that part, there was a mention of this lady, Ms. Janelle Grant, stating that she was also basically supposed to have some sort of physical sexual encounter with a WWE lawsuit. We shared the link. You guys are free to read it. God help you if you do. They said specifically that this particular WWE wrestler was not named. But apparently, one of the issues was that WWE was trying to get him to re-sign, and Vince McMahon was trying very hard to get this guy to renew a contract with WWE. And apparently, he told this lady, Ms. Grant, that one of the conditions for getting to re-sign this guy was to let him bang her.
So that is just sex trafficking after all.
Which is fucking horrible. What's more is that while the lawsuit doesn't name this wrestler in specific, they do say that this wrestler is a former WWE and UFC heavyweight champion. And anyone with two working brain cells who knows enough about pro wrestling will immediately be able to tell you who the hell that could be. Jose, if you'd be so kind.
It's none other than Brock Lesnar.
AKA the guy who was based for the Attack Titan. Sorry, the Armor Titan.
Yeah.
Fucking. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna jump on his ass because I don't know what Brock Lesnar's deal was in this entire shebang. For all we know, he may have bowled in this entire thing to begin with. Is pretty goddamn sus. Also, it's kind of goddamn stupid. Like, if throwing him all this money is not gonna make him come back, how is having sex with a random woman gonna somehow make him come back? He's Brock fucking Lesnar.
And he's also married.
Yeah, if he wanted to have sex with somebody, he has a wife. Like this feels like complete goddamn nonsense on that aspect. But then again, it's Vince McMahon. His brain runs on nonsense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's...
That's Brock Lesnar himself. This fucking
Did that tattoo got
gigantic
bigger?
meat. What's that?
Oh no, this is an old picture from like the mid-2010s.
He looks like a slab of beef.
He is a slab of beef.
Oh god, it's the Chad meme.
Angel, folks have unironically called him an Aryan genetic freak of athleticism.
He kind of looks like one, no offense.
I mean, he is. There's no denying.
His face is sinking into the center of his skull. If he frowns any harder, his eyes are going to just disappear.
Yeah.
That's all him. That's no juicing in there. There's no roids in that.
He's
freak.
just built different, I guess.
He is.
But yeah, I'm not
okay.
gonna jump into it. I don't know what his entire aspect is in this debacle. So until I get more detail, I'm gonna hold my judgment on this.
As far as
on that
Lesnar
aspect.
goes, that
As
is.
far as Lesnar goes, yes.
Yes.
But as far as this is concerned, just a black eye on Vince McMahon because he brought it on himself.
Fuck that old bastard.
And yeah, fuck that old bastard. And he tried to force his way back into the company last.
He didn't try.
He forced his way back into the company last year, and because he was made accountable for his actions, because it's always good to grow up and never learn from your mistakes, or never learn from the mistakes of your family.
If you can bury enough mistakes on their money, you stop caring about them. And he's been doing that for a long, long time.
Now, ladies, Dragon Fang, xeiana, Rose, I know that you've been really quiet, and I'm really sorry for the graphicness of this shit.
Yeah.
I really, really am. I need to get y'all's opinions. I need to get y'all's takes. I'm sorry. Dragon Fang, you've got the mic on you first. You go first.
Fuck him.
I think not. No.
No,
Don't
no,
fuck.
No.
No, with the rusty spoon.
No, it's up the ass with a rusty spiked metal dildo.
Laced
Get it
in
right.
chili oil.
Nope.
Laced
Cat.
Laced in arsenic.
Yeah, I agree. But that being, yeah, go on.
But no, anyone,
No.
I'm not saying just a man. If even a woman did this, no. Absolutely
That is
not.
not appropriate
Anyone
behavior.
abusing their power to do anything like this. Anything. I don't care if it's a fucking president anymore. That's wrong.
People are going to be trash talking you behind your back for the rest of your life.
Not even behind the back. Right to their face.
Right to their face. And we here on this channel would also like to send our well wishes and our sympathies for the victims, including Janelle Grant.
Because no one deserves
She
to
did
go
not
through that.
have to go through that. She did not need to.
No,
That was unacceptable behavior.
it's
and-
unacceptable. And like I said, it's an abuse of the business power business
Because
dynamics
people think
between
that they could do
boss.
whatever they want.
And the sad thing is, this isn't a rare occurrence.
This
It
isn't the
happens
first
a long
time.
It happens everywhere around the world, except a lot of times it's not brought forth because either people
They're
have said
scared.
something and they're just brushed aside, or it's covered up.
And the worst part about this is, as Angel pointed out before, when the entirety of this scandal broke out back in 2022 and 2023, these are only the accusations that we know of.
Welcome to the tip of the iceberg. I hope you enjoy the tip of the iceberg. The bottom is darker and colder than you can possibly imagine because we have no idea. We will most likely never know what this all wrinkly shit got away with. And let's be honest, in a just world where there's, now he can be far away from anybody and everything forever.
Yeah, but remember, if you have enough money, you cannot go to jail.
You could
Yeah,
just
jail is
pay
appropriate.
out.
Come on.
You could just go, oh, here, I'm going to pay
Have some money.
to get
Here you go.
out.
No, and that's honestly, I think it's such a broken
It's
system.
shitty
and it's
that they
bullshit.
could do
But
that.
that's the fucking problem that actually came up because he was saying like, okay, fine, I'll pay you $3 million if you leave this alone. Okay, I've got the first million. Where's the rest? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fine, motherfucker. You broke the NDA. Lawsuit it is. God damn it, pal.
Yeah, pretty much. And we also, of course, hope that a lot of the victims who are involved with Vince McMahon, including Janelle Grant, find some sort of peace after all this.
Hang on.
You do your thing, Angel.
I don't really have anything else to say that hasn't already been done. All at this point, I can hope he's
He's a
justice for the
fucking
victims.
piece of shit.
And to get him as far away from anything and everybody as possible, and bury him with his money into a bunker somewhere where he
You
can
mean
swim
drop
in
him
and
in
die
the
of
ocean?
hunger. The ocean doesn't need to be stained with that filth. There's already enough plastic in it. You know what I mean?
Or he could just be, we could just drop him into the
Can we
Marianas
put him in-
Trench.
Can we put him into one of those landfills where they bury radioactive waste? It seems like he would thrive very well in there.
I mean, we could. He might come out as some
Eugenics.
What's up?
Hold on, the McMahons have always been pretty greasy. Hi, kstorm, it's a very toxic business. What's up? Let's see. Iron Sheik, because the doo-doo and fangirls. Wide, that's nuts. Breed him. More wide, more thick.
No.
Oh, the music was back?
Whoever said
goddamn.
hi, hi back.
That was Nikki Bella.
Hello, Nikki.
Also, and I just need to point out for the record, the other man involved in the allegation in the lawsuit, John Laurinaitis. This fucking charisma vacuum, this guy who used to be a wrestler.
He looks like a piece of shit.
Let me just put it this way.
Wait, he looks like the people who are like, we're a family.
Actually,
No.
yes, he unironically is that bad at his job. And I'm not even talking on screen when he was playing the character of it. That wasn't him playing a character. That was just him.
Just looking at him, I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
Smart.
Nor should you.
Smart.
Nor should anyone.
Look at that smile. Look how plastic it is.
It looks fake.
It's like a mannequin.
Honestly,
trying-
I'll
There's this
I'll be
It's
uncanny
a forced
angle.
smile.
It almost looks photoshopped.
You know what it looks like?
Yeah.
It looks like a bad imitation of Jack Nicholson's
Wait,
smile.
no.
in
It
the
looks like
Batman.
it looks like a wax figure.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm surprised. I'm surprised there's no AI.
We don't
Do
need
you
one.
really want to try
Do you
and
re-
find that?
Do you really want to
No.
train AIs to put photos
No.
of this, of
No.
this, of this, of this, of this? Do you really want AIs of this freaking monstrosity, of this stupidity? How bad do you want it, Jose? How bad do you want to pervert humanity?
So when you ask that question,
No.
how far do you want me to go?
No.
Okay, listen. You know what, Juan? You actually do bring up a good point. No, I don't want to see this disgusting guy and any piece of AI art. All right, AI art is already getting smacked down by pretty much everyone that we know, except for people who purchase it because they'll give their money because it looks cool. In fact, that's
They
actually.
don't double check that it's AI and
Listen, the scary thing is AI is going to continue to the point where you can't tell it's AI.
that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Yep, and it looks like, and that actually leads us to the next story here because we are 1 week
Well,
away from.
Before we do that, should we do that other thing?
Obli-
Just as a precursor of if you're an
Yes.
artist, let's do that first.
Yeah, let's do
Good,
it.
good news here first, and then we'll get into the other stuff.
That is correct. Yes. Let's see here, Juan.
All right, so this is an article on VentureBeat. Let me actually zoom this in properly. Nightshade, the free 19th. Someone's birthday's on January 19th. I don't remember whose, but whatever. That's not important right now. Brought to us by Carl Franzen. Thank you, Carl Franzen. All right, it's here. Months after it was first announced, Nightshade, a new free software tool allowing artists to, quote, poison AI models seeking to train on their works, is now available for artists to download and use on any artworks they see fit. Developed by computer scientists on the Glaze project, at the University of Chicago under Professor Ben Zhao, the tool essentially works by turning AI against AI. Why is this thing trying to stop it? Stop it. Oh my God. Give me a minute. Sorry, folks. Let me fucking fix this. No, this is not the take your time. This is the shut up and I'm going to fix this fucking thing because fuck this noise. No, there. That's what I want. Go away. Go away.
X.
Go away. X. I said X, you son of a bitch.
No.
I
It's no
said-
full screen.
No.
I said
Stop
X. Wow. Okay. There's ha. Oh,
God.
they had fuck
You
you.
have a fake X.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's see here. All right. So, Ben Zhao, the tool essentially works by AI, turning AI against AI. It makes use of the popular open source machine learning framework PyTorch to identify what's in a given image, then applies a tag that subtly alters the.
The more popular artists too, who
Ooh, yes.
already are seeing all their things redone as AI. And of course, especially most artists, they sell the work, And that's where their money and livelihood comes from. So if someone puts their things into AI, uses
They
that,
steal the money.
and then they say, "Oh, look, I made this," and then the artist gets nothing.
Yeah.
That's
They-
You
wrong.
make this?
The AI artist
you make
now
this?
gets the money.
yeah, I did
and
make
the
this.
original
I made
artist
this.
is shit out of luck.
And this, and this, and this, and I'm gonna mash it all together. I made this.
Exactly.
No, you didn't.
Now,
I'm
now
sorry, the sound of I made
So it's
this.
nice that we now have something. This is a good start, that we have something to help prevent artwork from being stolen and used.
and I agree with you, and that's something, and it's important that we
And we
address
encourage every artist to try this out.
Take advantage of it.
exactly, and it's important that we address this right now, because and it's more prevalent right now because next week, on the first weekend of February, Florida is going to be hosting Megacon Orlando over at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, which leads us to one of the vendors
Slash sponsors.
who's come under a lot of fire recently on social media,
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
To the point where some comments were being deleted.
to the point where some
Yeah.
Yep. Folks,
Reading the thing, and then we reread it a few hours later. Where are these?
Yeah.
Where are the comments? What? I just read this.
Folks,
Yeah.
folks, let's
There
talk.
is no war in Basing Say.
Yes, sir.
Folks, it's time to talk. It's time to talk about Gallery Panda.
Now, Gallery Panda is a well-known and well-beloved original artwork company that has been popular within the con community for quite a while. As
across the United States, there's
Mhm.
also, I think, some in like other countries too
Yeah.
that they went to.
and they've for many years have been gathering a wow, is this them? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab the link for these guys because I'm going to blast their ass like nobody's fucking business. I don't give a damn. Should I give a damn? I don't think so. Yeah, here we go. So, Gallery Panda, these guys are well known for putting out original artwork of many different. I know, haha, original.
Original my ass.
Well,
Original, we
can,
say
Can I
in
interject
big-
really quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I actually came across them a while back, and I was like, oh my gosh, our artwork looks so amazing. I wanted to get something, but I was like, okay, it's a little expensive, not gonna get it. However, I did read on there that they are a group of are doing this. There could be some that aren't a part of this. So we have to say, we can't know for sure exactly which ones have been doing AI. Right? So we can't blame them all, but we have to bring this to attention because no one likes bootleg stuff. No one likes AI shit.
Especially if you're paying an arm and a leg to get a
One, Angel,
Especially
you
if-
concur?
Especially if it's stolen.
In my humble personal belief, AI is only good for two things. One, shit posting. If you're doing it for fun and you're not trying to make
Yes.
money out of it, then by all means, make whatever insane abomination you want to do. And two is replacing shitty localizers. That's it. Those are the
Well,
only
okay,
two good things that is
They
done.
also can help write little blog thing, like product things.
Yep.
Much easier.
No, honestly, that would be nice. Just
Yes.
replace all that blurb of useless corporate
It
text
helps
nobody
with
reads.
writing.
Yes, and honestly, if used ethically, AI can help with writing, not replace it. I'm saying help, assist.
help give you ideas.
Well, see, but that's where you made a mistake. You said ethically. So we
Yes.
are going to have
Oh,
to
yeah,
just
I know.
execute you
As-
live right now.
If in the future, it can actually be ethical and not
Whatever
whatever's
this
going on
is.
now.
Fun fact, I did so a use of that a while ago on Twitter. It's called Twitter, shut up. I meshed it together and said, okay, I'm going to use what it gives me as a referral to what I want to draw. He wanted to draw a train station. And he made this beautiful drawing of a really fancy looking train station with golden clocks and big gears because it's part of the story he's working on. That's perfectly fine. He made his own work. He just used the AI as a reference.
Yes.
That is fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is good.
Because let's be honest,
Referencing
everything is a
good.
reference.
But
Yes.
if you
But
if
pure
you,
copying,
That is
Hell
yeah,
not.
if you
No.
say I want this kind of art style and I want it to be like this and it's someone
And
else's
then-
art style and then you say I made this.
Yeah.
No, you put words into a system, stole certain styles and said you made
hey,
it.
look, I made this. Now give me $500 for it.
Meanwhile, all of these artists have spent years upon years
Perfecting their
learning
art.
and perfecting their own art style, and then someone else claims
I'm gonna
it
press
as
three
the
buttons.
yeah.
in
No.
30 seconds.
That's entirely the issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's no artist out there could create art without some kind of reference. Without some kind of reference for at least how things are shaped.
Yeah. Going to like a park and say, I want to.
Yes.
They can't.
The space. Hand me the space painting.
Now, regarding the
No, 2 seconds, Joe.
Okay.
The
Give
one
Storm
with
a moment.
above it. The one above it. The one with the big planet.
There.
As a case in point, I myself am an artist. I primarily work in physical media, so AI is not as much a problem for me as it is for some of our other friends. That said,
Come take a seat, kstorm.
no,
Fine.
the stove's on. No. That said, this particular painting, the little ones around the side were just out of my head. This here, reference photo. This is Jupiter, this was a photo of Jupiter by the JWST under infrared. Would I have been able to come up with that on my own? No.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid that you use space as a reference, so your entire work is null and void now. Goodbye.
Not a chance in hell. Did I copy it? Not really. It's as best I could as an interpretation. Hand me the green and black one. For those of you who play Skyrim, and I know there's a ton of y'all out there, made with a reference, mind you, this one was mostly from memory, but you could not say that this is an exact copy of a scene from the game at all. And that's where AI is the problem. They're like, oh, well, this is a copy of how this is, or this is inspired by this, but it's not the person making it. And it's someone else profiting off of it without original artists' consent in the first place.
You know, one of my favorite part is of AI defenders?
What?
That they have the balls to actually sit there and tell you that the work that they are doing is somehow comparable to what a genuine artist is doing. It's
Oh my
hilarious.
God.
They are really sitting there and complaining that putting enough prompts into the engine to feed the algorithm is somehow equal to the hours and hours of story that they put in. Unfortunately.
No, not a chance.
No.
But what if I just press the button one more time? Surely that is equal to 5 more years of
No.
drawing practice.
No!
No, bro.
But what if
No.
I press it 7
How
or more
long have
times?
I been working on art? On painting styles specifically?
Quite a few years.
About a decade, give or take, before I started getting really good at it.
That's a good estimate.
And most of what I show off is made with acrylics. So really simple, draw on your design, go on and go forth
Okay,
from there. I'm on watercolors at the moment. In terms of oil styles, I do Bob Ross styled landscapes because I learned how to paint oils in that fashion. Are they going to be point blank identical to what he made? No. Will I be selling the ones that I make specifically by following along like with one of his old episodes? Not unless I am specifically asked to buy that. I will not be putting them up for commercial sale because I copied someone else's style. And that's the way it should be.
Let's be honest, the only time that there was ever originality in art was that one time a caveman put a cow on a cave wall. Every single piece of art in one way, shape, or form has taken from the art that came before. That is fine. Every original idea has already been done. You know what? That's fine. Because doing things that have been done before in different, interesting ways is what fits up the stuff. And hey, at the end of the day, you can mock the classics. But this is not doing. This is not. I refuse to call this AI slop art, no matter how pretty it looks, because ultimately
It's
It's
lazy.
lazy.
It's also just like it's
utter laziness.
but it's just like the chibi style.
Yeah.
Chibi style has been done so many times, but each
So allow us to show you an example
yeah.
of this dreck
Yeah.
over here.
Sadly, we don't have any news articles to tie into this, but we have plenty of examples of their work. And my hand quotations isn't enough. I got to think Lego.
Use my hands too.
Quotation clause.
wait,
Use
can,
my
can you
hands
actually,
to
can you actually
work.
compare to the actual?
I hope they can see
Send
this
me the
because
link
we're
to the
doing it as hard as we can.
Okay.
See the quotations
Okay,
I'm making
like-
with my claws?
Okay.
Big
now.
meaty claws.
Okay. Now, what we've got right now is so you guys know. I think wow, this one's getting a lot of work out tonight. Obligatory disclaimer time. At this time, these are in fact only allegations. We have to say it for the record.
Yeah.
I know. These
We
are only
have no
allegations. There
concrete
is no
proof.
actual. There is no actual lawsuit.
There's no confirmation.
There's no legal confirmation. But let's not lie to ourselves. It's
kind of blatant.
Fucking. It's almost as plain as
There should
the
be a
nose on your face.
lawsuit.
Yeah, no, there
Should
should be.
be.
But
Isn't that painting like hundreds of years old? Like, who's gonna sue him?
okay, now let me take a look over here. Okay, now this is an example.
The Great Wave.
This is the okay. You find this at your local Target. Stop that, not that. Okay,
Right. A little expensive.
the Great Wave. This is a famous Asian painting, right? Let's see, poster, Trend International. Yeah, see it?
Yes.
Recognize it, right?
Yes.
Wave of Kawagawa.
The Great Wave of Kawagawa. You say?
Uh-huh.
Double checking. Yes, the Great Wave of Kanagawa. Sorry.
Kanagawa.
You're good.
Now get a load of what's available on Gallery Panda.
It literally looks like a copy and paste.
Yep.
Seriously, you put Pam. Seriously, if you sit Pam
looks
down
like
from
a
the office,
copy.
she'll say it's
It's
the
a
same thing.
pixelated version.
It looks like a copy and paste with just pastel colors.
Yeah, and pixelated.
And they're calling it the Kanagawa Lo-Fi acrylic wall art. Like, oh my god.
Like,
Look at how
Wow.
they're trying to show it.
now see,
It's the same thing.
here's my issue.
They
with it.
increased the size of Mount Fuji and then
It's-
ran the whole thing through the Steven Universe color filter. It
It
looks like ass.
the wave looks pretty much the same thing, just stretched out.
It is. It is exactly.
And it's
If
so
someone,
pixelated, too.
I mean, unless you're doing digitally and you're literally tracing it, it's really difficult to get something to look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
So
Absolutely correct.
if they drew this in their own style and then did like, here's a reference of this as lo-fi, okay, I just have an issue of this looking. Think we unless well, I'm just gonna say it right now. It was what was it? I think you have one of the links to it, but basically Gallery Panda did say that one of their artists ran through things from AI, traced over it,
Yep.
and then
Tracing?
and
Yeah.
then
Tracing AI shit? That's almost
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
colored it.
Yeah.
If that happens, okay, any person,
When
when
they
you're
were
a
starting
kid,
out.
you trace.
Yes.
That's also how you learn.
Yeah.
But
That's not what you sell!
yeah, you
You
don't.
can use that for learning all the live long day, but you don't put the freaking price tag on that shit!
And
That's
yet
the stuff
they
you keep in your
do.
closet because it's too embarrassing!
And yet they do.
But
and
so
here we are.
tracing
But
something
what
and
if
then
I do
selling
it anyway?
is pretty much plagiarism.
It is.
Or
Borderline at this point.
Well, not always in your closet. Sometimes you can put it on your own wall if you'll grab
Yes.
the watercolored stained glass one. That
Okay.
specific one right there. So, I'm trying to learn it and made it. This is going on my wall. This is not for sale to anyone. I might give it away as a gift, but
What's also
To
nice
learn.
is that you can't freaking AI the fact that she's using puff paint for the outlines of it to give it a little bit of a 3D element.
right?
Paint on
No,
the
Angel.
Element.
Angel, you.
That's not how it
Bro.
works.
You just made a tree of literal nuts.
All right, so let's getting back to
Okay.
getting back to the subject.
Now,
Yeah. So what sparked all this from the beginning is that this was actually brought to my attention from one of our friends here from of the Ravens Flock channel, Lala Lori. She has actually addressed this on her socials, sharing a post that Megacon Orlando is hosting Gallery Panda as one of their sponsors, and she has pretty much sent out a post as a warning to not get involved with Gallery Panda, not do any business with them, not buy any of their products,
Don't give
because all of their products is basically AI. I don't want to call them art. AI slop.
AI generated art.
AI generated slop.
Now,
It's not art.
no, of course not. By the way,
Products, fine.
By
Products.
the way,
we'll use
Lala
the
Lori,
neutral term.
Lollygag, we love you. We miss you. I'm sorry we can't
love
be
you
of you.
Our freshie.
And we'll put her Etsy link in the chat once it is found. Juan is on that. But she does do digital art. She does all her stuff herself. She turns them into adorable plushies and keychains and body pillows.
Everything in between.
And everything in between. And go buy from her, please. Please.
She's so
please.
precious.
She's
so
precious.
precious.
She is precious, and she's
And we
been
love
working on this
her.
for a very long time.
Yes.
Also, Sis and I actually went to high school with her, so
She was our
we watched
freshie.
her start with just traditional art, and we still have a few pieces from her. We have original
baby
Lala
pieces.
Lori pieces,
Her
Yes.
baby pieces.
and we've
When
watched
she-
her
when she
grow
said that she
from
was not
starting
good.
out to what she is now. So we are very, very proud of her.
Very
And
much
she
so.
said, "Oh, these don't look good." And we're like, "No, they look amazing."
Fresh.
And now she
Yeah.
looks at them, all the way back then, and then to where she is now, and oh my goodness, she has grown so much.
All right.
That would be because
Yes,
she
I
is-
posted her stuff 5 times,
That
and
is
I'll do
what
it again.
that is what you would consider an artist to actually put the effort into making something. Whether you like it or dislike it, that's fine. Art is subjective. But we can always agree on the fact that ultimately, no matter how hard you try, that looks cute as shit.
glorious
Her chibi of Godzilla.
All right, guys. Angel is trying to make a
Getting
statement.
to the important point at the end of the day is, I must, and I can't believe I had to quote this shit again after all this time, I must quote the words of a man that I respect very much. I must quote the words of the man who made Fist of the North Star.
Okay.
My man is a G among G's. His name is Tetsuo Hara. And when he found out about this whole AI bullshit, let me give you a little example. This man has one eye that doesn't work. He draws like this. That should tell you something.
Okay.
This is the man that
Yes.
made Fist of the goddamn North Star, one of the most influential mangas well known of all time. And he said, and I quote, "What AI cannot do is be prepared to die. You have to suffer, and think it through. Then, when you think this is really dying, there comes a point when you say, this is what I wanted. That is what it means to have a soul. I want to please my readers with a picture that has my soul in it. For that reason, I put my life on the line. I abandon my own greed and I will kill myself. No matter how painful it is, I will do it because that is all I can do." Do you understand what I mean, my beloved listeners? AI cannot be art because art needs to have suffering. Art needs to have soul. And if you cannot put your soul into your art, then it's not art, it's just product.
One more last time. Shout out to Lala Lori. Buy her stuff,
Yes.
please.
Buy her stuff.
Cute everything is.
All right.
That's just a small example of her work.
It is. But yeah, no. And she wasn't the only one that was trying to address this. In the comments section on the initial post, there were actually a couple of people who I'm not gonna drop their personal names out of
In order
privacy.
to protect
In order
our
to protect them.
peoples.
They were actually bringing up serious questions. One of them actually brought up a very serious question, which is very poignant. That apparently, and Juan, help me out here.
Yeah.
That since Gallery Panda was one of their sponsors for Megacon Orlando, that apparently there was a provision in place that they pushed to not have any of the to not have any of the other prints from other vendors available.
Actually,
at Con.
actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's right. It's like an exclusivity clause. That
An
you can have.
exclusivity clause, which is unethical.
Well,
It's just
also,
kind of a dick move in
also
general.
something that many artists do, and pretty much what they really sell the most. It's the first thing that they start to sell, prints. So if you can't have prints, then you only just have your charms and your plushies and all that stuff. But people like buying prints, so that is a huge loss to artists. To prints at a con.
Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to work. Just
No.
you pay for the product. You
Okay,
get the
you
product. That's the
sponsor it.
basic
Okay,
of it.
you sponsor it. Fine. All good and dandy. Why are you making it so other artists cannot turn a profit?
Oh, that's a very simple reason. You see, is fuck them. I want mine. No, it's literally pushing out the
Line.
competition.
Angel, no, Angel, my man. It's the line.
Oh,
Line.
glorious
Oh
line.
my god, boys. Boys.
These are the idiots I work with.
You guys are so lucky I love you.
Juan, Angel.
Not sorry, my dear sis. I am not sorry.
Get back up.
Line.
No,
Line.
get your asses
Line.
back on the chair.
Line.
Line.
Line. Line.
Boys.
Line.
Boys?
Oh.
Line
No,
goes up.
chancla.
No.
But what if the line went up?
Actually, this is even worse. Gallery Panda hasn't answered any of the questions because
Because they don't want to.
they don't want to, and they've been deleting.
They have been answering in some other on some other spots. It's just on the Megacon one, they weren't answering. I think it was on Twitter, they were answering some of the tweets.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, on the Megacon.
So I will say that it's not that they weren't.
On the Megacon post that was shared on Facebook, yeah, there was a comment thread, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get the screenshots in time because they were deleted.
Yeah, I think it was like I think it was like 2-3 hours in which we actually caught it because two of our friends shared it, and we Sis was right next to me, so we were just kind of scrolling through there and just looking at some of the comments. We're like, what the hell? And I was like, wait a minute, I recognize this. I was at their page.
And then we looked like an hour later and boom, nothing.
And there were a lot of things that were saying, hey, you just deleted these comments.
Yes.
Like, if I could actually address the folks over here, we shared a tweet from @Janelle Jumalan, who is a cover artist over here. They're the ones who helped break this story on Twitter. Gallery Panda sponsors a ton of conventions so they could sell AI art to attendees. If we ask cons not to have AI art, cons need to cut off sponsors promoting AI art at their booths.
And this
Let's
is
see,
very, they need to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, artist alleys are such a major part of convention culture. And stop it! There we go. And wow, it's a huge slap in the face of when conventions are sponsored by companies whose profits come from plagiarism and theft. I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a badass.
And
To
what's
which Gallery Panda actually said,
Yeah, see.
"Hello, Janelle. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We would love to get feedback from you and anyone else in the community on our art catalog." Exclamation. We have a few artists who we work with who have been about 7% of our art catalog at events.
Can I just
Here
say
are a couple of examples.
what do you mean about 7% of the stuff that you are
Yeah.
selling though?
No,
I don't get that.
Check
part.
it.
No, the
No,
worry.
I love this. It's part of their example. They
Yeah,
share
yeah.
someone's Instagram story highlights
That
over here.
sounds like a fucking AI wrote it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It sounds
Okay.
like AI.
Like original photo and then afterwards the AI generated version. Really? And like in their own tweet, we think their ability to use Photoshop and
Yeah,
hand
see,
draw
this is where I saw it.
No.
See, right there.
with the
Right
assistive
there.
AI is pretty unique. What do you think? Should we stop supporting the artists you are referring to?
Yes.
And
Yes.
with 220 votes, everyone was fucking saying yes. All AI art.
See,
will be
that's
bad.
what I was talking about before. They hand draw on top of the images. That's still stealing.
It's worse than stealing. It's like okay, this was the original photo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this was the AI filter / drawn over version.
Okay, but if you didn't actually draw that,
Then don't say it's
Difference. Okay. Seriously?
filters,
filters.
that.
sharpening, that stuff.
Yeah, no.
It ran through the iPhone screen.
Yeah.
And after the shocking results of the poll that they posted, where a nice 69% of the folks pretty much voted that AI is bad, Gallery Panda responded with a quote. Additionally, we have paused the sale of these artists online at events until we hear more feedback from artists like you. How much more feedback
Except
do you
it's not
need?
just artists. It's even people who are not artists are like, no,
Yeah.
don't.
Please cut that shit out. It looks terrible.
It's like we want to give our money to actual artists and not plagiarized versions that are through AI.
And
Fun little
also,
fact for ya. Steam, the most well-known
Yep.
gaming platform on Earth, does allow AI games. However, you must disclose on the big page that you are using AI to make these games. So they're basically going, you can do it, but the public still gets to decide whether they want your crap.
Hold on. Ben Cruz is in the chat, by the way.
Yo.
Hey, up there, Ben Cruz. Welcome to the show. He just clued us in on something. These guys, Gallery Panda, was also a sponsor at Holiday Matsuri last year.
Really?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
how did we not pay? How did
Because
we?
we didn't know.
Oh yeah,
We
well
didn't know.
because 2 out of 3 of
it
us
was,
you were.
it was in the lanyard.
It's okay, man. You got better.
Oh my God. So yeah, scandalous to be sure, but it doesn't end there. Apparently, thanks to some digging from xeiana over here, we've got some Reddit threads with other accusations regarding Gallery Panda that date back at least as far back as 6 months ago. Let me show y'all this and give you the skinny for it.
Of course they did.
Angel, you
No,
just
no.
love that line. Of
I
course
love
you
it because it's so predictable and it fits so well. I predicted this months ago. The second a company can shortchange an artist to get the same or low-term result that the public will buy, they will do it.
will, yeah.
Yes, they replaced the artists. Of course they did. Why are you surprised? In fact, I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner because AI art in its infancy was doing all sorts of fucked up shit with hands and arms. But as the years
They
go
look
by,
like monsters.
yeah,
Oh, they're still doing it.
yeah, but as the years go by and the algorithm refines, AI art is slowly becoming simultaneously better and worse because it's beginning to copy itself. So it's making like
Yep.
incest art babies. But the point is,
Gross.
companies only care about bottom lines and high profits. And if they
The line.
if they could cut out half of their workforce because the line will keep going up, they will. This is something that unfortunately was always going to happen, and it's up to the action.
And it's not just artists being hurt. It's people, just like what we
In
were
the
covering
industry.
before, the gaming company industry.
Yeah.
All their
Why-
things are
why-
now
why
going to
should
be
we hire
arts because
artists?
why?
Why should we hire artists if an AI could do that?
Again,
Exactly.
and again, and
A-
again.
Yes.
And again and again. So here we are. Here's the Reddit post from the user
Yokosol.
Yokosol.
On r/Comic-Con.
Yep.
V1 Tech versus
V-
Gallery Panda.
Yep, V1 Tech versus Gallery Panda acrylic prints. Didn't know where to ask the question, so I'll post it here. Remove if not okay. I saw these two companies selling almost the same anime acrylic prints at the last con I attended. However, I wanted to know if one is better since Gallery Panda is more expensive. What are your preferences and reviews? Thank you.
And let's see here. We got people saying both are pretty solid, but they have different artists in their camps. At San Diego Comic-Con, V1 had super thick acrylic run for some prints they ordered by mistake. However, they were selling them for the same price. I mostly have Gallery Panda because I really love the art by at Owakita and at 67.art. Also, Gallery Panda regularly has B2G2 buy two get two deals, so their prices are comparable, just slightly more expensive if you're willing to get at least 4. Also, they're starting to do multi-piece large format murals, like 3 or 4 pieces that combine together without seams. By the way, find something on their main site. While at San Diego Comic-Con, I did consider buying a print from V1 Tech because I do love Marine Loop and Ruby art. I have some of their regular prints, playing cards. Also, their photorealistic landscapes. Not sure the photographer or artist his name is there. They were pretty awesome. Here's another over here from.
No, go down on the other one.
Oh, from.
Go down. Go down.
Okay. Here.
Keep
going?
Wait.
There's got to be one that actually like.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is it?
That one.
Okay,
That one.
Tagaruma, 4 months ago. V1 Tech are the OGs. I saw them at cons first. They've been around for a while too, supported by a lot of big names. I first discovered them through Linus Tech Tips. Gallery Panda came along and just straight copied them. All my pieces are from V1 Tech and you 100% backlight them. That's what V1 is known for. RGB products. They're started with RGB lit PC mod parts made from the same material. One of the reasons I will never buy from Gallery Panda is because at Electicon, they paid to sponsor it, but it had all fan art banned except theirs, of course. Even just paper posters screwed over a lot of vendors. V1 Tech has never done that with their sponsorships. Someone from Gallery Panda was replying to comments where people were calling them out and they were being super rude and defensive. It's obvious they just wanted to screw over everyone and be the only one selling fan art. V1 also has amazing customer.
So that's another instance of them saying that no one else could sell fan art.
Do you guys know what this reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
This unlocked a beautiful core memory of back in the heyday. Do you remember Flea Market?
Yeah, of course I do.
So once upon a time, when I was just a young lad, not knowing of the ways of this country, I went to Flea Market and I saw some very cheap Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I'm like, well, this looks kind of cool, and it's like $3. I'll buy a packet. And then imagine my sadness when I went to high school to play with my buddy Josh. I hope he's doing okay. I haven't seen him in decades. And he went, bro, you can't play with those. They're fake. And I'm like, for real? Yeah, read them. And the first card I pulled out is is literally the whole body of Exodia on a card with 8,000 attack and 3,000 defense. And it says, he who is forbidden upon the judgment of something watermelon. And I'm like, I see. This is what it feels like. At a glance, the average customer will not notice, but if you know what you're looking for, you see this crap and you go, wait a minute. Thou is trying to cheat me again, knave.
Yeah, but I mean, this is so bizarre. What really, really gets me is the exclusivity element when it comes to Gallery Panda. Like, holy crap.
The shit's madcap.
That shit's bad.
When you have enough money, not only are you big enough to push yourself forward, you're good enough to kick the ladder behind you, make sure nobody else climbs.
Fuck you, got mine. Line.
Oh, so you're telling me that they became
We're
a
not doing that
corporal?
again.
Hail the line, Angel.
No
line.
No more line.
No
We
more.
are now in Johnny Silverhand territory. Fuck the corpos.
And-
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have an AI company to corrupt.
Now, and I will again reiterate, if there are artists who are with Gallery Panda who don't use AI, then we're not talking about them here.
They should leave.
It's the ones who use AI that we are having an issue with.
If
all
you do,
those,
you should
all
feel-
those artists should leave Gallery Panda.
If you do use AI, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Oh, snap. Hey there, Jeannie
Thank
Rick.
you.
Thank you very much for joining us, and
thank
thank you for the
you.
$1.99 super chat.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for that. The comment reads, great stream and bye McMahon. Yeah, no, he's out. And you know what? Gallery Panda ought to go away too, because this is just lazy. Their work is lazy and it's theft. What's up? Derivative, plagiarizing, and their abilities to like block out all other.
You mean bully?
And block out all other artists from selling their.
And be like, no other VTuber can be here, only me.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
think that's fair?
No.
No.
It's like one voice actor's like, I'm the big wig. Only I can be here. Fuck everyone else.
You mean like Vic Nicaragua? I
But-
mean,
but yeah.
I'm sorry, that was too easy.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Let's not open that can of worms.
You shouldn't block everyone
Yeah.
else because of competition. Everyone else needs to make money. Like, I'm sorry. That's literally why artists go there.
Money
That's why
makes the
vendors
world
there.
go round. Nothing is
Okay,
free.
AI art is just like with all the bootleg merchandise.
It's literally the cheap Mexican candy.
Well,
of
yeah,
art.
okay, so
It doesn't even
and we
taste
have
good.
so we have all
unfortunately,
been
yeah.
saying before that with cons, they need to stop these bootleg merchandise from coming in here, right?
Yes.
So tell me, why the heck are they not doing this for AI?
They're very,
Because people are buying it.
because people are
It
buying
is
it.
that simple. The
Supply
average
and demand.
I'm
Listen,
sorry,
we
I would
know
rather buy from actual artists who literally put their blood, sweat, and tears into something.
That makes perfect sense, Ms. Rose. But you gotta understand one thing. We know about this because we look into this crap. We know about this because we spend more time on the internet that is healthy. The average public, only thing that matters is who's paying the money for it.
But also when people bring it up, just like we saw, comments are being deleted.
Of course.
So then when people come in, they're like, wait, what's going on?
There is no
and they
war
don't
in
see
Bassin
anything.
There is no war in Bassin
It's-
Say.
It's frustrating.
There
It
is
is.
no war.
Because
in
I will
Bassin
admit, I
Say.
actually did buy a bootleg Pokemon plushie at one point. And I was like, are you
Well,
serious?
to be fair though, if it's not like Nintendo license, it's all bootleg.
We bought several
Yeah.
at a con years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's like 7 years ago.
But yeah,
It was-
it's. All right, so yeah, the organizers of Megacon Orlando, they're obviously not going to back out from this because Gallery Panda brings in lots of money for them.
It's coming next week.
It's coming next week. It's already too late.
So it'll be
But-
up to the public to vote
I'm
with
just
their
wondering
wallets.
how they have that much power, though.
I
I'm
have-
not.
They
They
certain.
started small, and basically
Okay,
they
but
slowly
Popularity.
grew, and
I've
when they got bigger.
never seen. Like, I don't remember really seeing them at the con, and I only just randomly came across them off of a Facebook sponsored ad.
Yeah, no, they're just there.
So-
They're just one of those companies that remain in the background until they got big enough to become mainstream, and then they just went, okay, now it's time to push everybody out. There's only room for one fast food restaurant, and we're gonna fucking file multi-planty print the Krabby Patty.
Reminds me of real quick, Angel. You know Demolition Man?
Yeah,
You know
I
how
love
there was
Demolition Man.
the food wars of 2012?
And only Taco Bell was
and
left.
only Taco Bell
Yeah.
survived, and it became this big, luxurious, fancy auditorium. That's what these guys are trying to fucking
But
do.
Taco Bell at least puts out edible food sometimes.
And you know what's even funnier?
What?
Some of the European releases actually had replaced Taco Bell with Pizza Hut.
But at least
I
Pizza
kid you
Hut
not.
puts out food sometimes.
Yeah, at least they put out some food. Gallery Panda puts out lazy crap. And here's another example from another Reddit post provided to us by.
From user Pontofel_Puff on r/New York Comic Con. Anyone familiar with Gallery Panda? I really like their work, and I'm considering getting some customs. I'm just curious about the backlight option. Has anyone seen any good videos or can comment to how effective the backlight is? Wouldn't it wash out some of the colors? It'd be less effective based on the type of print you choose. And yeah, Yeah, no, one of the first fucking things. Strongly advise you stay away from this company. I placed an order for a backlight frame in August, and they said it was shipped in 2 to 4 weeks.
3 months ago. 3 months ago.
It is now October 20th, and I haven't received anything. I've reached out to them through email numerous times. They never provided an update or bothered to reach out to me. When I filed a chargeback through my financial institution, they sent an email, sweet as honey, apologizing, etc. But I still have not. Guess what? Nobody cares if you're busy or not. This is a service that was paid for. Deliver or get out of the business. Simple. Shady company at best. Fraudulent at worst. There are other acrylic art dealers. I strongly suggest you go somewhere else.
So
There
yeah,
are more replies.
Even
worse.
Well, no, there's
More replies. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
I said click more. Oh,
no, because it got deleted, so everything.
Oh yeah, because the
Oh,
comment was
bullshit.
deleted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Panda ninjas got to him. He will
I
never
will
see him
say
again.
the oh so sorry, we're busy.
We're sorry.
Didn't you literally just cover
We're
something
sorry.
that happened a while back that I actually was a part of not getting my product
That's the
because sorry, we're
No, that
working
was
on
the
it.
other one.
We are literally 3 years behind in the product. And then they literally deleted everything and they just ran off with literally thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of cat ears and the cat tail
Oh.
product, even though then they said, here it is. And I'm like, are they ever going to ship it? And it was like 2 years.
Nice.
And I'm okay, if you are busy like that, like with what happened to me, stop fucking taking commissions.
Yeah, like the
Stop.
majority of artists go, I'm gonna make this
This
mini.
thing is completely
Stop.
different though, but it's like emails, that's really bad customer service. Anyone knows if your customers get angry, they're gonna spread the word. Especially if you don't respond to them.
Worse than the retaliation of possible
So-
legal action is the retaliation of bad PR. And as we know, bad PR can make or break businesses nowadays.
Yes. So if you guys are busy, then maybe you should hire another person to help with emails.
Or actually give a freaking update explaining why you are said busy.
Nah, why do that when we could just comfortably rest on our laurels as we're counting the bucks that's in our hand?
What if we just grab our shit and run?
That being said, this is just another example of the crappy business practices from Gallery Panda.
So
And-
fuck them.
So fuck them. And if you're watching and if you plan to attend Megacon Orlando next weekend, do not get...
So it's like, don't just go randomly attacking any of the artists. If you know that they did it with AI, then yeah, no, bad.
Oh,
But
Oh,
it's just we
God.
don't want to attack innocent artists who are with them who actually are doing their own stuff.
Oh, no. Yeah,
So-
absolutely. Don't attack the artist. Just don't give your money to Gallery Panda.
AI bad.
From the depths of the
No.
ocean, the sperm whale has given us money.
thank you very much, Pfizer Macrocephalus, for the $5 super chat.
The line must go up! It must be done!
All hail the line.
All
Line goes
hail
up.
the line!
Line goes up.
Lines!
You're right.
All hail the line.
Oh my
Line
God,
goes
guys.
up.
Enough. We can't go after the artists because we don't know which one's using AI of their own volition, which one. We don't even know if they're doing it under orders.
Yeah.
Under orders, do this or lose your job. So it's it's the executive's fault. It's the people in charge's fault, not the little peons.
No. Completely
Also, if you knew that your artists were using AI, then why is that not advertised? Also referenced but with use of AI. Why
You
do you not
know
have that
exactly
in your
why.
product?
You know exactly why.
It's like
You're
having
in
a game
shit.
that says,
Why don't you tell
I
me you
made
do?
this game.
You made
Totally
this game?
didn't use AI. No.
You know,
Ha.
Steam specifically tells you gotta put that there in the description.
Yeah.
But if they don't have that obligation, nobody's going to because
No, I
AI
know,
has a
but
massive
honestly,
negative
we
stigma.
really need to have a freaking crackdown on this.
But that
AI
would
is
make
just
the line
getting
go down.
way.
But that would
too
make the
shit.
line go out, Rose. We can have that.
Well, we
that.
can't. Yeah, no. Well, we can't promise a major crackdown on AI art in general.
We need to be vigilant.
We need to be more vigilant, and there's already a lot of noise against Gallery Panda on the socials, and Megacon Orlando, they need to be more active in addressing this.
You know one thing AI is good for, though?
What?
Making characters for your D&D session.
Yeah.
You can make those. Those are cool. Remember that time I used AI to make like a description of my my Twitter bio, and somehow it made all of us in like an episode of the Ravens.
That is such a weird thing.
I was the one who wrote it.
No, he wrote it.
You did?
Yeah, he did.
I did.
No, I made that one with AI.
No, I made it. You made it?
Oh God.
I made it.
Oh no, he made it.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and shift gears right now.
Yes.
Angel, I'm turning this over to you.
Now, it seems like this entire episode has been filled to the brim with nothing but shady business practices far and wide. Well, it makes me incredibly happy to let you know that the next news is going to be filled with even more bad business decisions. Huge amount of bloat for tech companies. Lots of people getting hired, lots of projects being announced, lots of, you watch out, guys, when this whole thing goes down, we're going to bring you some good stuff. Unfortunately, this is reality. And I need to hurt you because I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great sadness that I must once again let you know that we gotta talk about Blizzard.
Let's talk about Activision Blizzard.
As you know,
We don't talk about Blizzard. No.
Now, as you know, there has been a huge stink over the Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger, which eventually went through. Everybody should have been very, very worried about this. But we basically shrugged our shoulders and went, well, baby, that's corporate business. What are you going to do with corporate business? Well, let me tell you what corporate business is going to do. Corporate business is going to fire a shit ton of people. According to the most recent report, brought to you by the boys at Game Informer, by Wesley LeBlanc, Microsoft is now laying off 1,900 employees across Xbox, Blizzard, and ZeniMax.
Oh my fucking god.
Do we know how many
That's about a
employees-
fifth of their total workforce.
Okay, I was about to ask, how many employees do they have?
That's
So,
about a fifth.
Wait, 1/5?
Yeah.
Man, the higher-ups must be getting a really nice bonus.
I don't know. I
Light the proverbial trash fire that has become Activision Blizzard.
prepare
Fire away,
yourselves.
Juan.
While Juan stores The Verge obtained a full
Burn,
internal
baby,
memo
burn.
sent to the staff of Microsoft Game Content
English
Studios president Matt
marshmallows
Booty.
burn,
In it,
baby,
he says,
burn.
following today's layoffs, the company is moving forward with a more focused strategy across Microsoft Gaming that's set up for sustainable growth and a better alignment of talent. Booty, his name is Ass. Ass also addresses Blizzard president Mike Ibarra's departure and the cancellation of a development survival game project. He says that the Blizzard next president will be announced next week. So that's right, people. Not only did we fire almost 2,000 people, we canceled a game that people have been working on for 6
Wait,
years.
which one was that again?
We don't know. The game never had a title. It was a survival game that they were working on for almost more than half a decade, and it now doesn't exist anymore. You can't even put it on your portfolio because it never came out.
Can you imagine literally working on that for, 6 years?
6 years.
And you're like, I'm going to put this on my profile.
No, too bad.
And now it's like,
The game
so
has
I wasted 6 months of my life.
6 years.
6 years of my life.
It's been delisted, so that means that technically it never existed. You sat on that computer and you coded for 6 years straight.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you, go
I
home.
would have literally needed to go to one of the Smash Room things to take out means nothing.
Yep. I'm going to skip that incredibly long and boring fucking statement that is basically just there to calm the shareholders and continue with the article. Blizzard president Mike Ibarra has announced that he's departing from the company. He was not laid off, he's just leaving. The timing suggests that the layoffs and his decisions were tangentially related. Basically, the dude saw that shit and went, yeah, I'm not staying here, I'm out. You fire 1,900 workers, I don't want to know what you're going to do to me, I'm leaving.
Really?
He says in his letter, I want to thank everybody who impacted the company and their meaningful contribution for the team, the Blizzard, and to players' lives. It is an incredibly hard day, and my energy and support will be focused on those amazing individuals impacted. This is in no way a reflection of your amazing work. If there's anything I can help with, connections or recommendations, DM me. So basically,
Okay, no, that is nice. That is
this
very
is the
nice.
one good corporate guy who saw that
Good.
flagrant, disgusting justice abuse and went,
And see,
I'm not working here anymore.
we
Fuck this.
need more people like that who actually give a crap about the employees. I'm sorry, without your employees, you're nothing. Without your employees' talents, you are nothing.
Here you go. Oh, fearless leader, black as your soul.
All right, there. I don't want it that black.
Ibarra has worked on Blizzard since 2019.
Like this?
First as the vice executive president, and then he was the general manager of platform and technology. No wonder he cares. He was working down there with them.
Good.
Before that, he worked at Microsoft for more than 19 years in various positions like corporate vice president as well. And at the Odyssey, the studio in development survival sales has been cancelled. So basically, what this report is saying in short terms, not only did they fire 1,900 people, the action was so disgusting that 2 of the longest working people in Blizzard just packed their bags and fucking left. Think about that for a second. This was such a flagrant case of the injustice that they just went, if you're doing that to the guys on the bottom, I don't want to know what you're thinking of the dudes on the top. I'm fucking out of here.
I have no words. It's just ridiculous how it had to come to this.
Yeah.
You basically said, fuck you to all these little guys, and Those two are like, yeah, fuck you, and
Okay.
just walked out.
So can someone tell me when have we started seeing the increase of them starting like any game company to start firing people?
So
When did it first start?
Around the point where the recent generation of games came out with the PS5 and the Xbox One,
And
we reached a plateau.
so year.
Yeah, we reached a plateau.
No, which year?
I forgot what year that-
2021,
2021?
Yeah, or
So
2020.
Somewhere around the beginning and the end of COVID.
We've been covering this for a long time.
So basically, around the point where the newest consoles came in and didn't sell everything forever.
Yeah. So then they start firing
PS5
people.
came out, and it was so hard to get one for the first
Well,
year and a half.
No, but there was a
That
reason
is true.
behind that.
Yes.
September
Yes.
2020.
yeah,
There you go.
Yeah,
September
but the
2020.
reason with the PS5 is because
Scalpers.
well that and
No games.
no. Remember what happened during that time?
I forgot. Oh,
Pandemic!
yeah.
The
pandemic.
pandemic. So then people
kind
were
of a big
staying
deal.
home.
It
So
is,
then
really?
they couldn't go and work and actually get the material needed
Yeah.
to make these things.
There's also the
Yeah.
fact that at that time we got hit by the crypto bullshit and
Yes,
everybody started
that too,
buying the
that
materials to
too,
make their
yeah.
crypto farms.
So yeah, that was the reason why it was hard to get PS5.
And there's not forget,
but-
Xbox also came out at the same time with literally no games. In fact, Nintendo has been the only company consistently putting out games. Oh, and PC, of course, but that's Steam. It's like a dumpster for ground in there. Now, that is just this article. Let us go to the next article, which is tangentially correlated, but it's also equally bullshit.
All right.
Xbox reportedly shuts down their physical game divisions.
Excuse me, what?
You will own nothing and you will be happy. According to the gamers, by Ryan Revan, published one day ago, Microsoft has reportedly shut down the division for physical game releases as part of yesterday's mass layoffs. Oh, I was wrong. It's not tangential. Remember when that was
I know what you're talking about.
Pepper Ridge
Fine.
Farm remembers.
Fine, Agent.
While this doesn't mean that Xbox is leaving the physical game markets completely, it was later noted that the roles could be outsourced. It suggests that such releases will be deprioritized, aka this will make them even more expensive because there will be limited quantity of releases.
Wait, what?
This would fit in with Xbox's strategy this generation, which has seen it heavily push the digital-only Xbox Series S model, S for shit apparently, as well as the increased focus on holstering the Game Pass library. News of Microsoft shutting down its department from physical release comes from Windows Central journalist Jess Corden, who has shed some light where the yesterday's layoffs will be sent. He says, and I quote, "Multiple sources tell me that Microsoft is laying off the entire internal customer support team for ABK games, save for a few. Microsoft will outsource the rest to external companies aboard. ABK was one of the few game pubs and a high-quality internal customer support team. Microsoft has also shut down departments dedicated to bringing Xbox games to physical retail, which, if you've seen the digital Xbox console leaks, well, you can get an idea of what they're doing.
So
here.
does that mean that customer service is gonna start going? Meow?
Let's just say it's going to be a high amount of Indian people talking to you on the phone, not knowing
Well,
what the hell
and
they're
that's the
saying.
thing. The moment people are having issues with customer service,
It's over.
They're-
It's now. Further down in the thread, he adds, reducing retail teams doesn't confirm Microsoft is quitting. They can outsource it and might be consolidating. So don't run with the Xbox is quitting physical, but it does seem to be the industry trajectory.
also outsourcing means that they can pay someone cheaper.
Way less. Cents on the
So
dime.
then, like you guys say, the line goes up because they don't have to pay so much for people. But so you know how in America we're always like, made in America, awesome.
It hasn't
So
been
why
made
the
in America
hell
for a while.
are we outsourcing so much shit?
Because if it was made in America, they would have to try to pay fair wages, and that would be astronomically expensive.
Well,
And that's
no,
anti-American. We
no.
should pay as little as
You know
possible.
what? Maybe it's because all the freaking 1% who keeps getting all the fucking money and doesn't put it back into the damn
You
economy.
mean all those
that's the
CEOs
issue.
in their fancy suits and their top offices might not
Their
be
golden
the good
toilets and their huge ass
Are we the
fucking
baddies?
yachts.
Guys? Are we the baddies?
Yes.
So in
Yes.
the iconic words of Johnny Silverhand, fuck corpus, destroy corpus, demolish corpus, set fire to corpus, launch corpus into
Tax
the
the
sun.
motherfucking rich, and then maybe the economy will get better.
That depends on what the tax
Rich
is
people
actually
taste
gonna
like
go.
bacon.
I don't want to eat the rich. I don't know what they put in their bodies.
That's
guys,
a good point.
guys, you keep
Disgusting.
forgetting.
Eh.
Viva la revolution! What happened over
Indeed.
there?
Well, something did happen, and then they did the exact same thing the other guys. Assholes. In Xbox case, this has been through a Game Pass offering and much cheaper box Xbox Series X model. As Gordon has mentioned, leaked documents previously revealed that the next model will be based on the specs of the Series X, but be completely digital like the Series S. This further indicates that Microsoft wants consumers to become even more dependent on them.
Can I interject right there?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but then how are we supposed to play things backwards compatible? That means we can't do that. which means a lot of people don't want to buy that because I bought a disc version of the PS5.
Yeah.
Because I have other games that I didn't get digitally, which, I still can play from the PS4.
Yes.
So why the hell are you are you going to put those games on like the Game Pass or whatever then?
That's the funny thing. You don't.
It is the reason that I still have the original Xbox One, the Halo version, rather than buying the newer ones that would help me play newer games, because I have a shit ton of backwards compatible games.
Here's
and
unfortunately
also,
the other problem.
We all have games that we like replaying.
Yes.
And if they're not going to be re-released, then...
Yes.
I mean, I still have the freaking... I still have all my old Game Boys and everything. And
Look right here, we have an N64 and a first gen Wii.
I have my PlayStation 2 stashed somewhere.
Sadly, we don't have ours.
See, here's the problem.
Same. So it's like, that means that if that happens and we can't play the games that we love, then are you really going to want to buy the new one and play games that, I'm sorry, I will just keep my old consoles and play the games that I love.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Miss Rose, you are not the people they're selling to. Because here's the problem. You are a gamer. They don't want gamers. You know who they want?
Then why the fuck are they in this damn...
No, hang on. Hang on, Angel's about
because
to answer.
they don't want gamers, they want consumers. For the same reason that Call of Duty has been releasing a new game every single year. For the same reason why they have purposely moved away from backwards compatible. They don't want you to go back and playing the games that you love. Because if you're playing the games that you already have, you're not paying for the new games they're putting out.
Okay, but if the games that they put out are shit, then why the fuck am I going to buy them?
That's okay. They don't want you to buy them.
Okay. Answer me this then. They want consumers. Then what are they supposed to do? Just sit there with the games while they just rot?
Yeah.
If you...
Because the FIFA franchise has become a broken piece of shit gambling simulator that is still selling millions of dollars worth. That's the problem. Because the average consumer doesn't give a shit beyond buying the next shiny title no matter how crap it is. And the average gamer who actually cares about game preservation, we are not the intended audience anymore.
And that's when gamers will end up banding together and making indie companies and actually making good shit that the gamers want.
Yeah, they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
But then here's as famous YouTuber and streamer Asmon Gold said, every controversy is 1 3-minute trailer away from ceasing to exist. Because the mass public, the unenlightened masses that cannot make the curtain call, they don't give a shit. They want shiny thing now! And they're going to spend their money on it.
Don't you remember how immediately after some of the lawsuits and stuff came out for Activision Blizzard, what did they do? Another Overwatch trailer. Hey, we have another gay person here. Play
Remember
our game.
when paying $70 for a game was considered an outrage?
Now it's
People are still paying for it.
Yeah, rather than addressing the problems, major companies like Activision Blizzard will instead
fire more people,
and
cancel
more games, and promote more products, show more shiny things to make the problem disappear, ignore the problem. And
you know why, despite being literally like one step away from straight up plagiarism, Pal World is selling so fucking much? Because A, it's not broken. B, it's fun to play. C, is only $30. And D, the company doesn't hate you. They literally just went, here's our game, here's how we made it, enjoy it. Which is the opposite of what Nintendo has been, or rather, sorry, it's the opposite of what Game Freak has been doing with Pokemon for the last few years.
Which, honestly, I mean, I'm not going to play Pal World.
That's fine. You play whatever you
want.
want.
Also, it's because it's too drawing in the art style for me with guns, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But, I mean, honestly, it would be nice to see Game Freak actually having their ass kicked in gear to actually do something new.
There's this thing that they do in Pal World when you build structures, your Pokemon pals.
That is nice.
Wouldn't it be
and
nice
honestly,
to see
that's
that
what Pokemon
Game Freak
gamers
has so
have
much
been
more
wanting.
money.
Yeah.
More interactivity, more detail, more of the world that we live in. Make it feel like shit.
Actually,
Monster
listen
Hunter
to
World
your
came
consumers.
out in 2018, guys.
Yeah, but actually listen to your consumers.
actually listen to
the consumers.
the people you're trying to sell to.
Okay, but how much money did we make with Scarlet and Violet? And in the end of the day, that's
okay,
what it
wait.
turns into.
You should ask how many people actually finished it because I have not.
Yeah,
I
but
have
here's
not
the
finished
problem.
it. I have not finished. Okay,
Did
let me
you
tell
buy
you
it
this.
though?
I was actually gifted it.
Okay, somebody bought it for you.
But here's the thing. When was the last time you actually?
Wait. It was 2000. I don't know when it came out.
I think the last one I
Pokemon
did.
Coliseum, the
That-
GameCube one. I
see,
love that one.
If
It
they
was
brought something
fun.
back like that, yes.
It
but
was
no,
fun. It had character.
for me, I think the last time I did that was Pokemon X.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was Y. Pokemon Y.
Right.
Black and white for me.
Damn.
And
that was-
how long back was that? Right?
A couple of decades, maybe.
But see, nowadays you just do it, and it's so grindy, it's so stale,
Yeah,
it's
the
just
formula
copy
has
and
repeated
paste.
itself, and it doesn't help that the
And,
games have gotten
Yeah, there's
progressively
nothing
easier.
shiny to it
Exactly.
anymore.
Ironically, not even the shinies look like shiny.
Yeah,
now,
no,
as we are approaching the end of the episode, and
Yes.
allow me to wrap this up, let us not fall into the dooming of the black pill, because that is the path of the cynic, and I don't want to go there. There are still good games. Companies are still putting out good games. Indies are still putting out good games. But let this be a warning sign to those out there who actually give a shit about video games, or rather, about good video games. Do not rely on the AAA companies to help you, because they do not care about you, they do not care about what you want. They care about line, product, and nothing else. AAA studios, once upon a time, they used to be the bar to measure to, you know? And now, the bar is in hell. The average indie game can easily give me more entertainment than a AAA. Never trust them, because if they have a way to nickel and dime you, they will. So do not pay for any full game release, because they're not selling you full games. And at the end of the day, I can only say this much. Microsoft wants to do away with physical release. They want to fall into the world of digital only. That means that I technically don't own the games I buy, because the second the server shuts down or a license expires, I will never be able to play that game again. And you know what that means, gentlemen?
What is it?
lady? If buying is not owning, then sailing is not stealing.
Yo ho.
Yo ho,
And
indeed.
that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right, and with that, we have reached the end of our program, and we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. You guys have been great.
We appreciate the comments, by the way.
Thank
we
you,
understand.
thank you.
We have been able to really read much of the comments we
Because there's a
apologize.
lot of news we're recovering.
Let's see. I will not. Oh no! I'll own what I buy, and they can shove it. Thank you, Aaron Cooper. Oh, they're outsourcing customer service as a call center corpse. Let's see. Even American call centers are cheaper than Microsoft call centers. Jesus.
Ooh.
All rebels are closet aristocrats. That's how I can convert them so easily. God dang it, dude.
Yeah, I know. Mephistopheles is going off right now.
Macrocephalus.
Macrocephalus is going off right now.
Let's see
Mouse.
here. I know people who paid $50 for a pixel boat. Boat. Shit. It wasn't even particularly special either. He did get a grind skip though. Mounted dollars. No
See? See?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yo ho.
It's
Yo.
easy
Thank you, Aaron
because they
Cooper,
can
you're
get
right.
away with it.
Yo-ho,
Right.
indeed. Now, I do have now I really don't have any major announcements as far as the channel goes for now, but we'll do our normal plugs, Angel, because we're near the end,
That's right.
aren't we?
The end of January.
The end of January, but more importantly, the end of Wonderful 101.
That's right. Next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I invite all of you to join me and my beloved friends and heroic companions as we finish another episode of Los Amigos Play the Wonderful 101. We are getting ever so closer to the end. I can hear the whispers of Steve Blum in the air. We are almost getting close to redeeming Luca and saving the city and stopping the Geth inversion once and for all. But I cannot do this by myself. No man is an island, and the weight of the whole world is too much for my shoulders. My name is not Atlas. So I will need you to tune in at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Saturday.
On
where
YouTube and Kick.
On YouTube and Kick, where me and the boys and the gals and whatever the hell kstorm is will be joining us together to bring justice to this world through the powerful bonds of friendship, heroism, and blatant xenophobia.
Thank you for that, Angel.
Adam is still right.
Except we won't be there next Saturday. Sorry,
I
guys.
guess
No,
I'll
no.
just, it's okay. You two will be with us.
No
I haven't gotten platinums in a
No
long time.
platinum for you. No platinum.
I guess I'll just have, listen, I had to let go of Stardust Road at some point. I gotta fly the nest and get my own platinums, Mom.
But of course, and for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here at YouTube at Kick, where we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. And along with our weekly reviews, Juan and I will discuss not the main event for the pay-per-view, but the men and women's Royal Rumble matches for this year's WWE's Royal Rumble, which is happening right now, right here in St. Petersburg, Florida.
No,
Like,
well, we're
literally
not
in
in
the
St.
state?
Pete, but in What's up?
It's happening here in the state.
It's happening in Florida.
Dope.
It's happening in St. Pete as we speak right now.
That's
also,
cool.
we heard who won the Women's Royal Rumble match. Congratulations to her. We'll show y'all later.
We'll share that later. But before we get to that, we do have a show on Wednesday nights.
Damn right, and that's my program, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens flock. As you notice, we covered a whole bunch of different stories here on this show, but on The Black Files, we just hone in on one story, and we cut in deep, and we go straight for the nitty-gritty. Just past Wednesday, we went ahead and discussed OhioCon's chicaneries that was happening between the upper management from the staff, and shenanigans ensued. We shared exactly what folks' opinions were about it, and even saw that it got coverage from Anime News Network. Yeah, it got that bad, and the fact that that the boycott worked as well effectively as it did spells a serious danger for the future of OhioCon if they can't get their shit together.
It spells the end for you and success for me at SummerSlam.
Oh my God!
That's not how this works.
Go.
Because I'm a genetic animal.
Angel,
That's not how this works. So if you want to go to hard-hitting stories in the world of nerd and pop culture on the darker side of nerdy news, you then request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick on my program, The Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the number one show here on this channel, The Ravens Flock, every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, will be gathered here to discuss with you the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, there's always stories to talk about, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. Now, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate all of you on the live chat right now. Everything that we've been doing on this channel, from our shows to platforms to our subathons to our watch parties, our con attendance, our con appearances, interviews, etc. Everything that we've been doing is all part of our determination from 2013 to make
Your voice, our mission.
With that said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragon Fang cosplay, xeiana Rose cosplay, special cameo from Kstorm cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arauz, as we delve into and bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I know we were a little bit late, but that tends to happen sometimes. Right here on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock. Humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. And folks, stick around because 12 minutes, so stick around for that, okay?
Absolutely, and thank you very much for tuning in on this latest edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.